Okay. Um, this is this is a kind of a weird tangent on me talking about why you need to be prepared in adventuring in Dungeons and Dragons or really any role playing game. Because if you're not, you're gonna die. And if you don't believe me, ask the players that I DM'd for tonight. I just caused a TPK because only one of the three people had a ranged weapon. Let me tell the story. Okay, so this group of adventurers that were played by my PCs, um, they go out looking for this little girl's mother because she went out harvesting ingredients for Epicac, which is like a solution that makes you throw up if you ingest poisons. And you can also use it to get out of like if a creature swallows you, you can just dump it and they try to spit you out. It's pretty cool. So she was gathering Epicac, ingredients for Epicac, and she hadn't come back, and this little girl was really scared. So the party goes out and they try and find her. Seems legit. Party is 3 level 2 guys. Um, they fought some zombies along the way. Kind of like, They steamrolled the zombies, no problem. I think I also threw a couple monstrous spiders at them, which was a tough fight. It was a really tough fight, but they managed to pull through. Nobody died. Nobody even went down, I don't think, but they did get poisoned. Luckily they found them. I rolled on the table. I was really lucky. I rolled a potion of lesser restoration, and the bard who got the most strength damage got it back. The monk, he his strength was down by 1, and he had, I think his score was 15, so it went down to 14. So it really had no mechanical effect, and he saved against the secondary poison. So he was like, just take it, man, just take it. So they go through, and they eventually they talk to this one totemist dude. They're like super suspicious of him, but that's a different story. And then they come to a river where they see a spell scale woman, the little girl whose mother was gone was a spell scale, which is it's like a dragony person. That's imagine a dragon elf hybrid, not a half dragon elf, but like they have -2 con, +2 charisma. That it's honestly the best way I can describe it. I love the spell scales in Races of the Dragon. They one of their pastimes is playing tabletop role playing games. So the party of 3 level 2 characters get to a river where they see the spell scale woman. Her scales are normally all gold and stuff, but they see her lying in the river. Her scales are all gold except for her neck and her head, which are just blue, just like pale blue. And they're like, "Oh no, it looks like she's dying. We should go help her." And here's what was happening on my end. I'm like, okay, they're gonna go up and they're gonna get attacked by an assassin vine. If you don't know what an assassin vine is, this is SRD. I'm allowed to do this. Um, an assassin vine, that guy right there. It is a vine, a challenge rating 3. So this was a boss encounter, CR +1. Um, this assassin vine was there to attack him, and it was what caused this woman to. Essentially, she was dead. The party hadn't really, like, unless they took her to the party. Okay. So who do we have in this party? We have Paladin. Paladin, a human Paladin name, which is really interesting, and he played it really well. Then we have a Hangyokai monk. 3.5 update Hangyokai. And a gnome bard, a whisper gnome bard. So They go up, and eventually they get, first the assassin vine, like, lashes out, and I think the bard is the one on the far left where the assassin vine is, and the assassin vine misses her flat foot. Well, it was a dude playing it. They miss the bard's flat foot, and they're like, "Oh God, what was that?" And they can't see it because to spot an assassin vine, you need an actual spot check. And I gave them bonuses. I gave them like, okay, you see this, reactively, get a +4. Dice, man, the dice. They did not want these guys to live. So, they eventually see it. The monk sees it, and they're like, "Oh go, oh no!" And then the assassin vine throws down an entangle, which it can do at will. It can just 30-foot emanation from it entangle. Pretty cool. Everybody makes their saves. Then they like the paladin sees this and is like, "Oh no, the smart thing to do for me would be to get back and use my crossbow." That did not happen because he's a paladin, and he roleplayed it really well, and I'm proud of him, but he died in the process. So he decided that he would go up and try and provide a, a threat so that the monk could get around and flank, and so that the bard could get back and buff. Problem is, he goes up, it's like, the Forge of Morgan will shut you down, foul demon. He goes up, he does that, crit. Natural 20. Okay, well, Tim, roll to confirm. 19. So I got a 26 to confirm. We're doing this online. We're doing this on the computer. They saw it. Roll damage. I roll it. Roll twice. 5, 4, 12, 11. Now, he was a fairly hard path. He had, I think, 19 hit points. He could take a hit. So he goes down. Now, they see this. And so their solution to this is the paladin is down. I should stop playing, draw my sword, and go up and start swinging. Dude, don't you have a bow? No. That costs money. I literally just gave you 10 platinum pieces each. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. You don't want to buy a bow, that's your prerogative. But assassin vines can only move 5 feet. One square. Yeah, the party, even when there's difficult terrain from the entangle. 15 feet for each force. They could outpace this thing. They only have range. Now what about the monk? He can use shuriken. You didn't have a shuriken. When I asked the player why, it didn't work for the character, which, I get. If your character does not use ranged weapons, I get it. I personally think that's kind of silly, but that's me. If he wants to roleplay that way, that's perfectly fine. But nobody else had a ranged weapon, and nobody could get up and grab the paladin's heavy crossbow. And what happened was, the bard was the next to go. He goes up, goes to hit it, gets attack of opportunity because the thing is 10 feet of reach and normally has 5. The thing wraps around the bard's neck. 12 points of damage. The bard had, I think, 13. What happens when an assassin grapples you is pretty bad. What happens is it starts constricting you, like, that's what started happening next. The monk was trying so hard, and the dice just did not want this monk to win. And so next turn, Bard. Bard's dead. Monk tries to get out of the area. Monk's got the right idea, actually, at this point. He's like, okay, this tactic is not working. If I can kill this thing, I can save my friends. Tries to get out. Gets out. Gets grappled. -1. Constrict. -9. Roll to stabilize. So, this whole situation could have been avoided if my party just had slings, crossbows, have a ranged weapon. That goes to show, like, there was no real point to that aside from, now, you might say that, like, why would you throw CR3 against the party 3 level 2? It was a boss. It was meant to be a little tough. They were supposed to strategize. And the whole idea was like, oh, well, they probably get to stun stuff. Like, even if they don't have ranged weapons, I'm sure they could just pick up sticks and throw them at them. The monk had a +10 to his spot. +10. Nope. DC 20 to see it. I even lowered the DC. I lowered it to 16. Nope. Didn't roll more than a 5 on that until he got like a 19. He's like, yeah, 33 with my bonus. Okay, you see it. I don't know what to tell you. I TPK'd because nobody had a ranged weapon.